What's up? All right, so we got the Jeep back in the shop. We're doing a quick disconnect sway bar system from TeraFlex. I'll get Tyson to put the part number in, I don't know, somewhere in this general vicinity. And we're basically gonna see how easy or not easy it is to install and uninstall. It looks like it comes with all the couple new brackets, hardware. So we're gonna put it on and see how it is. Before I get to the end of the video, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, comment down below. Let me know if you guys have a TeraFlex quick disconnect sway bar system, and if you like it or not. I'll tell you if I like it or not by the end of this video. So obviously, first things first, we're gonna disconnect the sway bar end links. So they're under here. That I don't know if you. Oh, there you go. Now you can see. These are tiny little sway bar end links. Disaster number one. The instructions tell you that they want you to use a hole in the spring cup, but because this is a Mojave and this has external reservoirs on the shocks, the line is directly in the way of the hole. So they want you to basically bolt that in there. That way you can use your stud up top. But obviously that's not gonna work. So I'm gonna unbolt some of the hardware that's holding the reservoir in place, and I might have to either leave it loose or move it out of the way, because that is no bueno. So I'll take this top bolt off, see if we can move this a little bit more. I might have to unfish it from the clip here, see if we can either stick it in behind or what. So I'll show you. Basically, you gotta loosen off this bolt here and then loosen off the supporting hardware. Cut a couple zip ties so that you can actually move that line. Pull that line out, put your bracket in, because that bracket actually goes right into, sorry for the shaky camera work, right into this hole where it's holding it down as it is. Basically, you gotta pull it all out, bolt your bracket in. See how this one sits. The inner fender wells kind of seem to be in the way. Basically, you can cut that, pull that out, or those are the style where you can just pull the clip on it and loosen it off. But either way, it doesn't really matter. Basically, pull those, move your reservoir hose out of the way, bolt your bracket in, push it far back as you can, basically reassemble it all behind it, just as we did with this one. So I would suggest, because your line is now sitting on top of this steel edge, I understand it's stainless braided inside, but this is just like a plastic cover. It will rub through. So basically just a little piece of hose as just extra insurance, just to protect it. We'll end up changing this later, but this is totally fine for what it needs to do for the meantime. It would be best to just reroute this whole line. If you drill this hole out on top of the bracket for the marker, cut the bottom off of it, you can fit it over here, and that kind of pulls it out and away a little bit, and it'll keep it kind of further back and up. So I just don't know how it'll react with that factory style clip. You might have to adjust that, but a little bit of prying, poking should fix everything. So let's do the other side right now. So because the engine block or engine bracket is here, this reservoir line is going to have to go on the outside of that bracket. So you can kind of see where that bolt is coming through the spring perch.
Hold the flashlight. Here you go, Dad.
Alright, so now we got the driver's side bracket. We use the factory sway bar bolt. Okay, this one here just like that. You'll see this piece here slides into the spring perch, and then it's got that spacer built into it. And then they got this fancy self-locking nut. Stick on the outside, or on the inside, I guess. Much easier to do this with a stud not in the way. So pull that off. Okay, so put it up top. Obviously you gotta pull it down, the other side's on still, but this is the premise of the whole. So, and there's a big washer that goes on there, and then just a clip that goes in. Just like this. Clip, clip, bing bong. So, all in all, not super difficult on the Mojaves, just a matter of this reservoir tube and how the upper shock, or the upper sway bar, this is basically for when you're off-roading, you want to disconnect the sway bar. This is where you put that sway bar, hence the 2 positions and the quick connect on the bottom. So that being said, with the Mojave, with it having the reservoir tube kind of in the way, it adds a little bit of messing around. Whether or not you actually had to pull the line off the side of the frame, pull this off, you definitely have to pull the top off on the top of this coil perch, just to be able to move it. Whether or not you have to do it on the side, maybe you have better luck than I did, but because those lines are so rigid, didn't want to move. That being said, this truck only has like a couple thousand kilometers on it. It's not well worked in and weathered and everything like that. That also being said, plastic on the outside of the lines, weather, doesn't like to move. They've got them ran super nice and neat and tidy. We'll see how the longevity lasts with that bracket in the way. Like I said, we just put some braided line on there just to kind of work as a bumper. Realistically, this is like an hour and a half job. I lost sockets. I'm all over the place right now, so realistically, it's an hour and a half job. You don't need the hoist to do this. It definitely made it easier, less crawling around, obviously. But for the most part, you could do this on your driveway. You don't need the hoist or anything like that. The fitment in a couple spots, if you got some fat fingers, it's not going to work out too good. Getting the nut and bolt inside the spring perch here, pretty easy system. I think they paid like 250 bucks Canadian for it. So in America, it's probably like 90 bucks. Like I said, Tyson will put the link somewhere in something. I don't even know if I'm filming this right because my GoPro died and I'm just using my iPhone right now. I should probably be filming like this. Yeah, I should definitely be filming like this. So, sorry, Tyson. That's it for the install on this 2022 Mojave Jeep Gladiator. Jeep Mojave Gladiator Mojave Jeep, whatever. Make sure you guys hit that like button, comment down below. Let me know if you have this system. What is it called? I already forgot it. TeraFlex. Let me know what you guys think about the TeraFlex system. If you guys have it on your Jeeps, if you have it on your Mojave, how did you run that the reservoir tube? Did you have to pull it out? I don't know. Let me know what you guys think, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye.